أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Hello everyone, very good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Ashadi. I'm representing the team of lecturers for the subject Engineering Lab 2, the MFA 2121, which is currently occurring in this semester, semester 2, 2020 and 2021. But before I go further, I would like to introduce my colleagues in the lab. We have Encik Taufik in Mekanik Asas. Unfortunately, you all tak boleh jumpa beliau lah. So dia in charge untuk lab ini. Saya berada di lab Mekanik Asas. Kemudian saya dibantu oleh dua staff saya. Yang pertama Dr. Farizwan. Beliau akan in charge on the experimental part of the Bernoulli theorem. And then Puan Iziani. Puan Iziani pelajar PhD saya. Dia juga akan membantu Farizwan dalam membincangkan teori dan juga aplikasi Bernoulli principle ini. Jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, saya teruskan kepada Bernoulli principle. Yang pertama, you need to remember that learning outcomes of the subject. You sebenarnya dah belajar in the I think thermal fluid or fluid dynamics during your first or second year of the subject of the semester. So you need to understand, to apply the fundamental of thermal, fluid and dynamic. One of them is Bernoulli principle. To write sufficient technical reports, thermal, fluid and dynamic related experiments. Okay, so hari ini kita akan fokus kepada lab yang ketiga, lab 3, which is Bernoulli principle. Learning outcome for Bernoulli principle, number 1, okay, students should be able to investigate and verify the Bernoulli's principle, that's number 1. Secondly, to determine static pressures, okay, static pressures and total pressure distribution along the venturi nozzle. And last but not least, number 3, to determine the flow coefficient at different flow rates. All these things are written in the lab sheet. Saya akan attachkan dalam ULearn nanti. That is all about introduction of the engineering laboratory, focusing on Bernoulli principle. And what I want to say that you all dah belajar teori. So basically these are the basic elements of Bernoulli principle or Bernoulli theorem. Okay, kita ada pressure, density, velocity, constant, gravity, and so many things regarding the equation. Okay, for example, static pressure macam mana, velocity, dynamic pressure pula macam mana, and then based on those equation you gonna drive out experimental yang kita akan buat menggunakan mesin ataupun peralatan HM150 ini. Okay, HM150 will be a specific experiment meant for Bernoulli principle. Okay, so akan berlakunya proses air masuk, keluar, you buat measurement di sini. Akan diterangkan oleh Dr. Farizwan dan Puan Iziani nanti. So kita ada konsep yang digambarkan dalam gambar rajah ini. Okay, length of experimental section, P dynamic is equal to P total plus P static or minus P static. And then again, Bernoulli equation as stated in this figure can be viewed as the conservation of mechanical energy principle. Okay, so you kena faham dulu konsep, you buka balik you punya slides ataupun buku, and then you come again to the experiment. Saya akan share how to do the experiment, how to do the data set, and how to do the measurement.
Outlet valve, training panel, 7 tube manometer, overflow valve, bleed valve, info panel, water supply hose connection, inlet valve, Venturi nozzle with 6 pressure measuring points. Gland packing. Measuring probe for total pressure. Outlet. Flow control valve. Overflow. Storage tank with submersible pump. Gate valve. Measuring tank level indicator. Measuring tank. To begin the experiment, firstly open the sliding valve between the measuring basin and the reservoir. Open the outlet valve and open the flow control valve. However, keep the inlet valve closed. Turn on the power switch and turn on the pump. Slowly start to open the inlet valve all the way. At this point, all 4 valves are completely open and the flow is moving at the maximum rate. Open the black overflow valve completely. Carefully close the outlet valve until the manometers have been flushed. Then reopen the outlet valve. Now open the white bleed valve and close the black overflow valve. For the remainder of the experiment, these 2 valves will remain in this position. The water must be regulated so that the water height in the manometers are within the upper and the lower limits. This is done by first closing in the inlet valve partially, such that the levels in the manometer begin to drop. Once this occurs, begin to close the outlet valve partially and finally adjust both the inlet and outlet valve so that all 7 manometers reading are within the limit. Now, record the height of these 6 manometers. This is the value of the static pressure. Then, to measure the total pressure, move the tip of pitted tube at the venturi nozzle to the corresponding measuring level and record the total pressure. Wait approximately 1 minute before taking the reading. Record all the 6 total pressure by moving the tip at the measuring point accordingly. Finally, determine the flow rate of the water by measuring the time required to fill up the measuring tank on the HM150 from 20 liter to 30 liter. To do this, first close the sliding valve and wait until the water level reach 20 liter and immediately start the timer. Stop the timer once the water level reach 30 liter and make sure to open the sliding valve. Repeat the step 8 to 12 for 2 different flow rate by adjusting either the inlet or outlet valve to decrease or increase the water level.
Okay, last but not least, I want to cut short. I think the time has been a bit lengthy. Yang pertama minta tolong you mark your attendance. Mark your attendance in Yulen. That's number 1. Secondly, this class should be held on the week 7 or this lab is on the week 7. The date is 29th of April 2021. Okay, kita ada dua perkara yang penting. Yang pertama, report, technical report. Akan ada report submission 1 week after the lab demo. Okay, lab demo you akan tengok pada 29th of April. Probably hari ini adalah 28th of April. Saya akan recordkan pada 28th of April dan saya akan paparkan di Yulen pada 28th of April. 29 will be the lab. Report submission will be the next week, week 8. Okay, week 8, seminggu sebelum raya macam tu, 7 of May. There is the deadline. 7 May 7/5/2021. Okay, and then prior to that, kita ada quiz related to this lab ataupun for this Bernoulli Principle Lab, which will be held. Okay, secara dasarnya akan diadakan pada 6 Mei. Okay, 6 of May 2021. Okay, ingat quiz 6 May 2021. From my understanding, that would be maybe isi tempat kosong, fill in the blanks, ataupun objektif ABCD dan sebagainya. So saya akan bagi masa yang spesifik on 6 of May, iaitu kemungkinan besar saya akan set masa 15 ke 20 minit pada waktu makmal tersebut. So pada waktu Engineering Lab 2 ni, BMFA 2121 Engineering Lab ni semasa dijalankan pada 6 Mei, iaitu pada Khamis petang kalau tak silap. Pada Khamis petang tu, itulah waktu untuk buat quiz. Saya harap semua pelajar tahun 2 akan buat quiz pada masa yang ditetapkan dan submit report the next day, 7 of May. Okay, I think that's it for a bit introduction from myself as the representative for Bernoulli Principle. So I wish you all the best. Mohon fokus on the lab demo that will be done by my staffs, my PhD student and my postdoc, Dr. Farizwan. And last but not least, I thank you all the best. And thank you to all other supporting members, including especially Encik Taufik, penyelaras, PM Hafiz Fazli dan sebagainya. Sekian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.